All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome to THS Wrestling, Facebook.com/THS Wrestling News, Instagram.com/THS.Wrestling, and YouTube.com/that#show TV. I figured it out, guys. I did it. I hope everyone had a really good weekend. We'll get to it in a second here. We're going to talk about New Japan. We're going to talk about NXT, AEW. We're going to talk about that new United States Championship. I want to hear in the comments what you guys think about this new championship design. And we're going to talk about the rumors surrounding the eye for an eye match, which I'm very excited to talk about. My name is John, and I am joined by Neeson and Johnny. Guys, how are you guys doing?
What up, dog?
How are we doing?
Good.
Guys?
Happy to be here.
Great.
Good, man. Ready to get started.
Okay, so we're going to start off. Somebody time me. Because John's going to go on a bit of a rant here. We're going to open up with what's been happening in New Japan Pro Wrestling as of the last 2 days. 2 nights ago, we had the finals for the New Japan Cup between Kazuchika Okada and Evil. Evil won. This is me. This is inside my mind right now. This is this is Hiromu Takahashi, and this is inside my mind for the past 48 hours. Evil, after winning New Japan Cup, turns on Naito, quite literally, goes for the fist bump, but he gives him the too sweet and turns on him. And Evil goes on the next night to Dominion to fight Tetsuya Naito for the IWGP Heavyweight and Intercontinental Championships. And I'll tell you right now, that guy standing next to him, too muscular to be Bushi, turns out to be Japanese wrestling legend and just all-around legend Dick Togo. Or if you're familiar with any of Conrad's shows, Dick to Go. And these two are in the Bullet Club now. And Evil has dethroned. Just cut the rest of the video. Only talk about this heel turn. So this heel turn is very shocking. I remember waking up, seeing that Evil had turned heel and joined the Bullet Club. And I went, that's interesting. So now he's going to fight Tetsuya Naito for both titles. Surely he won't win. But then I remembered that Gato has some personal vendetta against Tetsuya Naito. And whenever, hold on, let me pull up my Tetsuya Naito. Maybe my Tetsuya Naito, my little Tetsuya Naito doll will make me feel better. No, it didn't make me feel better. So Evil comes to the ring for his title match, dressed in the worst Nia Jax Awesome Kong cosplay I've ever seen in my entire life. He has slightly more evil music than he already had. He is flanked by the Bullet Club. It feels very weird. And yes, it is 2020 and Evil does triumph, apparently, quite literally. It was Matthew's birthday yesterday. Matthew, happy birthday. I'm sorry.
Happy birthday, Matt.
I'm sorry you have to listen to me just rant and rave. But so Evil is the top guy now. He is a double actually, I'm sorry, he's a triple champion because he still holds the never open weight 6-man tag titles with members of the Los Ingobernables de Japón. My first emotion was this ended at 2:30 in the morning. I didn't go to bed till 3:30 because I couldn't wrap my head around why we would do this just Tetsuya Naito again. I took to many outlets and said New Japan Pro Wrestling is the worst promotion on the face of this planet because they just can't let Tetsuya Naito have good things. And Gato's awful. I hate him. He does this every time. The turn enough was shocking. I don't think we needed Evil to have, like, of all the people to be the next person to get 2 belts. It's Evil, which seemed weird. Like, we all thought Sonata was going to turn on Los Ingobernables de Japón. Didn't happen. And then today, I thought about it a little more after I said, boy, I'm glad to only watch WWE now and never watch anything else. And then I thought about it some more, and then I read a tweet from one of my my fellow Naito brethren, and it said something to the effect of Naito won the main event at the Tokyo Dome. He beat Okada for both belts. He was the first ever champion. They can't take that away from him. I'm good. So that's kind of where I am right now. I'm still kind of pissed because it doesn't really make a lot of sense. Yeah, but I think my little rant just now, you could take names in and out of that, and it could be any wrestling rant that has ever happened ever. And I think one thing there, Tegan's like, John, just calm down. NXT, tranquilo. You have to be tranquilo, John, much like Tetsuya Naito. Who's right here. But I think things that people should take away from my little rant are, if you're mad at a promotion for doing something, there are many other promotions out there that you can support and do that with. And also, after a storyline happens, maybe just take a couple of hours and then you'll realign yourself and you'll be fine and you won't cancel your New Japan World subscription. So,
oh wow,
no, I didn't cancel it.
Oh.
So, that's my rant. How long was that? It was almost 6 minutes. Thanks, guys. I got it out of my system. Gato's terrible. I fucking hate him. And why? Why does this happen? But we'll see. We'll see what happens. You know, it's just another mark in the storyline. And like I said, Tetsuya Naito won the main event, Tokyo Dome, first double champion. They can't take that away from him. That's it. Jay White. Now that's the other rumor here. Now is where Jay White and Kenta been? It's very. I mean, I know, like, in storyline. Let's just go with in storyline. I know they're probably like, we're not coming to the arena. You guys are crazy. So that's the other thing that people are saying, we might get a true split between Bullet Club. And then I thought we already did that, but people are like, no, it'll be different this time. And I'm just kind of over the Bullet Club in general. It just seems like but at least now they have two true assholes on that. Like, they're not the cool bad guys. Like, people generally hate Kenta and Evil. So, I mean, that's great. Do you guys think Jay White is that a non-playable character? Yes, I think he is a non-playable character. But moving on, guys, let's talk about something happy. Let's talk about the Great American Bash.
I wanted to make sure you got it all out your system first.
Good?
I'm good. I'm good, guys.
Moving on. You good?
I'm good. I think I'm good.
All right.
For sure.
All right.
And a nut. No, I'm just kidding. Great American Bash, guys. We're past the spoilers now. We can all finally rejoice that we can bask in someone's glory and that we have a new double champion in Keith Lee. That was the picture that was leaked a week ago, was Keith Lee holding both titles. Not in as good a quality, but man, guys, let me tell you, I've been watching Keith Lee since Inspire Pro in Texas. I was buying DVDs and I was like, who is this dude? He was real green at the time, but I was like, this guy is talented. He's huge, and I'm excited to see where he goes. And I am fine to admit that I got a little teary-eyed when Keith Lee got the 3 count and held those belts. I've loved Keith Lee forever. I actually bought this shirt off of Keith Lee, and I didn't have change, and he was like, don't worry about it. And I said, no, what's your PayPal? And I sent him $5 via PayPal later on because he had to make a flight. Very nice guy, very humble. Yes, watch out for Karrion Kross. That's how we ended that. But how are we feeling about double champion Keith Lee, guys?
I feel that it was only right because, like I said a couple of weeks ago, You don't. If Adam Cole wins, there is literally nowhere for him to go. Like nowhere. Like he's done everything. He's beat everybody in NXT. He's been champion over 400 days in NXT. So this is the way to go out on his shield, right? Like you go out losing to basically the guy that had the hottest run from November to Mania, which was Keith Lee. And everybody wanted Keith Lee versus Brock Lesnar. Everybody wanted Keith Lee versus after that Survivor Series run that he had.
Oh yeah,
that was it. I even saw Roman Reigns tweet at him and congratulate him and say still want solo. And I instantly thought the way to bring Roman Reigns back. What if they brought him back to NXT and they started a program with Roman Reigns versus Keith Lee? And I know we're going to get Karrion Kross, I know that's going to happen, but remember he has 2 titles. So what if we get a Roman Reigns versus Keith Lee for one of those titles as a way to reintegrate Roman Reigns back into the WWE fold? And that's where my mind went instantly when I seen that tweet. And I was like, whoa, baby, you want to talk about ratings wars? You want to talk about numbers? We talk about numbers? You want to talk about numbers? One thing that Roman Reigns does is he pulls numbers. And if you want that done on a Wednesday night where you're already hitting 900,000 plus viewers, but it's not in the key demographic, 18 to 49. We can get to that later. But if you want that, if you just want numbers of viewers and being able to rank high, Roman Reigns versus Keith Lee is your money shot. Go ahead and shoot it, Val Venus.
Whoa.
Man, my Val Venus. No, I agree. Like low key, like I'm so excited for Keith Lee. Black excellence. Like it's super dope to see him get this like opportunity to be the first ever double champion. Like this is awesome. And then what was really cool is like kind of like Nisha said, he had an amazing run. But also shout out to like Adam Cole because gosh damn, his like arguably like. He could be up there as possibly like the greatest NXT champion ever with some of the matches he's had in his run and everything like that. From the matches he had with Johnny Gargano to his matches with Ciampa to his matches on SmackDown with Daniel Bryan. It's like, damn, homie had a hell of a run. And to drop it to Keith Lee like this, it was the only way that made sense. Because again, kind of like what he said and everything like that. After we saw Keith Lee in Survivor Series, again, we were like, this dude's badass. Like, he's got the juice. But then also when we saw him at the Royal Rumble come out with Brock Lesnar, and Brock Lesnar's like, oh, he's a BD boy. You were like, yeah, Keith can do this. And so, like, Keith's got that juice right now. And honestly, like, his promos are on point. The way he carries himself in the ring. Again, like, his matches have been great so far. So it was, like, great to see him get his reward. And so, all in all, I'm excited for his future. And so, like, again, we don't know where it's going. We know Karrion Kross is going to be involved. But I got to be real. I like the way they did that. Like, they didn't interrupt his celebration. They let him get his time. Just like to cut the camera away. Showed you Karrion, like, looking on, like, preparing for whatever's going to come next. So it gets us anticipating, gets our mouths watering and whatnot. But again, they allowed Keith Lee to celebrate. No attacks from behind or anything like that. It was like, yo, take your moment in, celebrate, get this in, and it's dope to see. So honestly, I'm just excited to see what's like going to happen next, especially for young A. Cole. Because the thing about this, though, like, I love all the stuff that he's been doing. So, like, I'm low-key wondering, like everybody else, like, is he going to Raw? Is he going to SmackDown? Is he going to stay with NXT? Like, what's going to happen next? So, I'm interested to see what's going to be happening, like, next week, at least next couple weeks with Adam Cole, too.
Pingles,
go ahead.
A question about that. So, Johnny just brought up saying, is he going to Raw? Is he going to SmackDown? Do you see anywhere right now that Adam Cole in Undisputed Era could fit into a Raw SmackDown program? But I mean, I see it, but I want to see where what do you think?
Like straight out the gate?
Straight out the gate. Like could they show up on a Monday or Friday night this week?
United States Championship. I know we're in the middle of something right now, but if Apollo Crews retains, that's where he goes straight away.
I mean, Johnny, you have any predictions for it?
Okay, I'm trying to figure out right now because again, I like what Pingle just said right there, United States Championship. But then low key, like one place I could see it going that I would love to kind of see, but I don't know like how like the booking would be, like who would be the heel, who would be the face. But he could make a run at that Intercontinental Championship too, which would be kind of dope, and go after AJ Styles. So I kind of low key see that as well. Like I don't see any of the top belts right now, but I can see like the Intercontinental Championship and him going after AJ, and that could be interesting as well.
I see where you guys both minds are at, but I think you're thinking too small. I think you got to think bigger.
What is he doing?
He goes after Drew.
Not bigger as far as titles.
Brock?
Not bigger as far as titles. I mean, bigger.
Big Show?
People. Bigger as far as Big E and Kofi Kingston. New Day versus the Undisputed Era going after the tag team titles and SmackDown would be money. And that could be the program as that would be the perfect way to introduce Undisputed Era as a faction against New Day. And you're already going into SummerSlam. Xavier is rumored to be coming back, within August or September. So that is a perfect time to introduce Undisputed Era and versus New Day. I think that's the perfect way to introduce them as well. And then now they have their own platform and run Friday nights. Like they could be the Friday night Undisputed. Friday nights could become Undisputed. Fox F1 actually has a show called Undisputed on Friday. I mean, not on Fridays, but on FS1. Like it could be a whole thing. I'm for Undisputed Era showing up on Fox.
I can't hate because I like that idea a lot. It works on a lot of levels. From the TV show Undisputed, like having what was the rules like SmackDown Live used to come on. Yeah. To have the Undisputed Era do their own show after, which would be hilarious. That could be badass. To two, you're exactly right because the story writes itself because they go after New Day and then the New Day like loses or whatever, and then like all of a sudden like, well, we got help now, and then Xavier comes back and it's like, does it change the ties? How's this going to play out? But it's still 4 versus 3 who comes in to help him. Like it adds all this like extra drama to it and everything like that, and it gets Undisputed Era over, and the New Day have no problem putting anybody over. Mm-hmm. They are humble and amazing like that. They can lose and still retain their height, so they'll be totally fine afterwards. Damn, I gotta be real. I can't hate on it. I can't hate on it at all.
That's true. The up, down belt.
It's selling on a WWE shop.
Yep.
So,
wait. It's on the WWE shop?
Yeah, it's on WWE shop.
Oh, I gotta buy it so I can be like the first up, down champion. Shout out to Mr. Sasha Banks. You the man, homie.
Wow.
He can't speak anymore. He's muted. Continue.
Oh wow! So what I was gonna say is, just to piggyback off what Connie was saying, I think he said Adam Cole is one of the best NXT champions of all time.
Possibly.
No, I don't even think it's a question. I think he is the best NXT champion of all time, and that's coming from me, guys.
We did not like Adam Cole for a long time.
I did when he did his entrance today. I did the boom. Fun. It's fun, guys.
It is. It's dope.
Are you saying that all of Undisputed Era comes up to SmackDown? Like we're going to leave
absolutely. I think
all 3 of them.
Undisputed Era on 4 of them. Why do you know
all
you
3 of them?
Get out of here.
All 3 of them.
Undisputed Era has been one of the best factions in modern day wrestling. When they actually have given us match after match after match. Plus they had all good storylines attached to these. And plus they've been like packs, like rabid animal. Like when they attack people, since they attacked Drew McIntyre, when Adam Cole and Bobby and Red Dragon attacked Drew McIntyre at the takeover, it's been legit pack feel. And so I think even if it's just 3 without Roddy, but I think Roddy should go with them. Because like you said about the New Day, they could beat the New Day, and then Xavier could come, and then they could still beat the New Day again, and then that leaves the New Day down, and they have to work themselves back up, and they can continue building other tag teams as they do that. And this will also allow them to work 2 type of tag teams within Undisputed Era. They could do any switch of that, right? Any switch of the 4, like they're doing in NXT. It's so much more. And we know Matt Riddle is going for the IC title against AJ Styles, so that allows Matt Riddle versus Adam Cole on the back end. If you're thinking about the IC title, like or it allows Roddy, whoever else may be.
Or rematch with Daniel Bryan, because Daniel Bryan lost to Adam Cole.
Exactly.
So Daniel Bryan comes in for that rematch.
Exactly. It's so many matchups, and it breathes a fresh new light. And no matter how you slice it, SmackDown is the wrestling show for the quote unquote main roster.
All right, quick question.
Wrestling show. Yes.
Hey, this is legit, because this is my only concern. Because here's the thing, I love Undisputed Era. Like, I think they're dope. I got the shirt. I love all three of them, and Mario Chalmers as well. So the thing about it is, you got that. So the thing about it is, though, is when it comes down to it, the thing that worries me, real talk, is that Daniel Bryan, we see him on the main roster. Daniel Bryan is like a small guy compared to like other people, like Triple H, Batista, Rock. The only time I've seen Daniel Bryan look physically bigger than somebody else is when he was wrestling Adam Cole. So this is just a legit question. Like, how does that work exactly? Like, do you guys think their size matters at all in today's age? Like, it doesn't matter? Like, how do you guys feel about that?
Look at Rey Mysterio. I think.
Yeah, I mean, it's always been Rey Mysterio, I think, and then Daniel Bryan after that, and then many people in the middle. I don't ever really think to me, it's never really been
too much of an issue.
Yeah, for me at least.
Yeah.
Do you think he could be again, just ask a legitimate question, because here's the thing, though, because you've heard Vince is like, he likes the beef. Do you think, because again, I think Adam Cole's like the next coming of a major star and everything like that. You think they'll get the push to get to that top level, or do you think his size might hurt him?
I think he has to give him a chance. I think they gave him, like they gave AJ Styles a chance, and they gave Daniel Bryan a chance. They gave the guy that's recently, and I can't, it's fleeting my mind, but you just got to give these people a chance, and you give Adam Cole, which he showed improved on a Seth Rollins on a Monday Night Raw versus Seth Rollins. He showed improved on a SmackDown with Daniel Bryan. So I think, they've seen the reaction, they've seen the spike. Now it's like, okay, fine, we're gonna give you this, and if you can make this work, a la AJ Styles after Rumble, because if it didn't work, if he didn't pull it off, he would not be AJ Styles as he is right now.
Oh no.
Right? So they gave Daniel Bryan, like when they were giving him a chance, when Vince didn't like him, he's like, he's a vegan, he's small, what are we gonna do with him? Right? Like back when he was dating the Bellas on TV, back when but they gave him the world title, he beat the Big Show. Right? Like, so they're gonna give him a chance. It's really up to him if he knocks it out of the park. And so I think he's gonna knock it out of the park, because it's been so many. I mean, Triple H has raved about him. Triple H Shawn Michaels said in an interview not too long ago about how if that guy was just 6 feet, he will be the greatest WWE champion ever. And so we know that all the guys are campaigning for him. So they're going to give him one. Vince is going to give him one shot.
For sure.
And if not, then he's going to be relegated to Cedric Alexander or something.
Or Ricochet.
Who?
Exactly. But I agree with you, because I think the thing about it is, though, is that I think the best thing that helps him out too is that the locker room will have his back, because there's nobody who will be toxic towards him or try to hold him back. Kind of like AJ. When AJ came in, he got to work with top guys, and those top guys supported him, and they made each other shine. When he worked with Roman, when he worked with John Cena, John loved working with AJ, and you tell by their matches. He's like, this is shit looked amazing. So I think Adam Cole would be in a good spot. So the good thing is the people who are on the roster right now, the personalities are there. I can't see anybody being a dick towards him and giving him a bad match or not willing to work with him. So, this could be low-key his time.
But the problem, they don't have that guy like John Cena to be like, I want him.
Yeah.
True. Hunter did say something interesting in the comments above a little bit. He said, what about Undisputed Era attack New Day and the Usos help the New Day? So that way you could do some I think that's great, because if Xavier's not ready to go still, there you go. I think that's great. Hunter coming with the good stuff.
What have I been saying over the past year on this show about Undisputed Era versus the Usos? What have I been saying?
I mean, it is well documented in our exclusive interview with Devon Dudley on youtube.com/that#show TV. Nailed it.
Yeah, it is.
But that would be great.
I did.
Wait,
yes,
what?
you did.
Oh, wow. Okay.
You brought it up.
I did?
I can confirm it. I wrote the article. I watched the movie.
Haven't watched it back. But yeah, good job, Neeson. That's right. Bring it up to the producer.
Good job, Pass Neeson. Good job, Pass Neeson.
So I mean, I just want to touch on a match that kind of felt like an oh by the way match,
Yes.
but actually really, really delivered. I thought it was great. And if you're not on the Isaiah Swerve Scott train yet, please, as it makes its stop into the station, get onto it. This match between him and Johnny Gargano was fantastic. I thoroughly enjoyed this match. Gargano did get the win, but I mean, man, Isaiah Swerve Scott, guys, just I love, like, the thing about it, just an afterthought match, but I thought it over delivered. It was really good.
It was. I think it was exactly what you said it was. It was a throwaway match. It felt like it was booked like whatever, but going on Johnny Gargano's and Swerve Scott's page, they were promoting the match, and they knew this was a something special match. They knew it was a show stealer. They knew it was one of those, like, we can't wait to get in the ring and show what we can do with each other, because they instantly knew they had chemistry. And it was, yes, he took the L, but it was definitely a showcase match that I do not want to see Isaiah Swerve Scott in 205 Live, the greatest 1 hour of wrestling on television. I want to see him on my Monday nights with MVP and Bobby Lashley, part of that faction where they could go up against Ricochet and Cedric Alexander every Monday. That's what I want. That's the minute that match ended, I was like, okay, cool. I don't want him on 205, because they kept mentioning, he has a win over Phantasmo and he's gonna get he should get a title shot. No. Leave that to the Phantasmo clan, the Foot Clan, and let them do what they do, the Lucha Foot Clan, and allow him to go to Monday nights and allow him to attack Ricochet, because all I want to see is him Ricochet on Monday nights, and it's going to look like a Marvel action movie, Taskmaster versus Black Widow. It's painful again, guys. It's painful again. But yeah, did you see this match, and what did you think about it?
Honestly, I'm upset right now because I didn't see this match because I watch NXT on Hulu, and so they show a 45-minute of NXT, and that was one of the matches they cut. So I'm pissed, and I'm looking at WWE and Hulu like, can y'all stop doing this? Can y'all stop cutting these matches? Because I'm missing out on good quality matches now for some reason that you guys want to put it all on Hulu, even though I'm paying for the Hulu. So yeah, I missed out, but it sounds great though. So like after this, I'm gonna go back and try to watch it.
Yeah, it's definitely worth to watch, man. But that was pretty much NXT. I mean, we had the women's hardcore, our street fight match in the beginning. Did you see that match? Or
I did. I gotta be real. I liked that a lot because one, I liked the physicality that he showed. Like they were doing a lot of dope spots. I didn't like. There was a couple of times where it was like, Candice LeRae would like get hit, but then she wouldn't sell for that long, kind of get right back up. I was like, I think you might need to sell that just a little bit longer. But other than that, though, I liked it. And the main reason why I liked it, too, is I like the fact she got the win. Because she's been on this heel turn for a minute. I'm like, look, you can't be claiming to be this badass heel and keep taking all these L's. So I'm happy she finally got this W. It was a legit W, so that was dope. I would like to see something a little bit more heelish in it if possible. Like, there was a couple times where it felt like Mia Kim felt more the heel than she did. Like, when Mia took out the brass knuckles, I was like, that feels like that should have been Candice right there, like doing some like fucked up heelish things like that. Right. But again, all in all, I like the booking of it. I'm happy she got the win. But I just need to see Candice start doing like more heelish shit. Like kind of told you, like I've always wanted Freedom Powder to come back. I think that would work perfectly for her gimmick. Her evil pixie dust, blow it in people's faces, and then boom, DDT, win, ha 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 ha. And so I think that could work perfectly for her gimmick. Some evil pixie dust. Someone right here tell her that. Well, what'd you think?
I thought it was all right. I thought it was cool. Like, but that's perfect to bring Pingo back in.
Pingo's back.
Yeah, not HD camera. I'm unplugging that. I'm going to see what's going on. Maybe that's the problem. But hello, great screen frame, by the way.
I know the reason why it's kind of happened like that, but we'll talk about it once we get off air.
All
But
right.
you're just in time to talk about not Mia Young, Fyter Fest.
Oh, great. Oh, did you guys talk about anyway? Okay, Fyter Fest, guys. Went up against Great American Bash. A couple of cool things happened, in my opinion. We got to talk about this. I look like I'm in soft lighting now, like I'm in a daytime show.
Showtime midnight. That's what
It looks like a Mandy K interest video right now. Mandy, it's Yara.
So, guys, we got to talk about this 8-man tag. We got to talk about this 8-man tag. The Young Bucks and FTR teaming up against the Butcher and the Blade and the Lucha Bros. This match, we were talking about over delivering with Gargano and Swerve Scott. This match, the first thing I thought after the match was over was, I think AEW has the best tag team division, period.
Hands down.
Just straight up.
Yeah, that tag team.
We get FTR and we get the Lucha Bros fighting each other, which was just, I was like, this is amazing. And they're going to fight next week, just the four of them. It's going to be great. Matt and Nick Jackson just, on their game the entire show. Even Butcher and the Blade. I love Butcher and the Blade. They got their shit in too. It was, Ray Phoenix is a goddamn star. If you didn't know it by now, just watch him. Open your eyes and watch him, because he is. It's funny because everyone's like, Pentagon would be the standout of that. No way, no how. Ray Phoenix is the man, and I guarantee he will be AEW World Champion one day. Straight up, it's going to happen.
You knew he was going to be the standout. I mean, I think everybody knew it. WWE offered backed up this truck to him when they wanted to sign him.
Right.
Like, you've seen it. He was a charismatic old brother. He was the Jeff Hardy. He was any other names you want to add on to it. Like, he was that guy.
Yeah, and this match was amazing. It had a springboard Canadian destroyer off the top ropes to the.
What was that?
I've never seen that in my entire life, and this also just goes to show when you let the talent, for the most part, work out their match. This is what happens when you're not overproduced and stuff like that.
I will say this: it was a great match. It was amazing. They do have the best tag teams. My two, as we're praising this, I'm gonna just give my two criticisms to it though. One, I felt like this would have been a perfect time to add Private Party as heels instead of Butcher and the Blade. Nothing wrong with Butcher and the Blade. I just think that you clearly are trying to push Private Party. I'm not for this new version of the Hardy Boys Private Party with Matt Hardy as Michael Hayes. I'm not for that, but I think that would have been a perfect way to integrate them as a heel side and have them go against two of the best tag teams, really 1 and 2 in the world, which FTR and Young Bucks. And that really would have showed what they really had. My second criticism is that, like FTR said in interviews this week, they need to concentrate on the tag team rules. Because it's hard to get people heat. It turns into a great show as far as like spectacle, but it's hard for me to really grasp the fact that you cannot just say like, that's a match I feel like at PWG show, which is cool.
Right.
I'm not coming here for a real story. They gave us a story at the end, but I'm not coming there for I'm not coming to the PWG show for the story. I'm coming to see some like crazy shit happen in a good match. And I felt that's exactly what we got. So, that Canadian Destroyer was insane. That's it.
Same. That tag team match was ridiculous. Like when I saw that Canadian Destroyer, I was like, "What the fuck?" And I was like, "Good lord! Like how the hell did that happen?" Like I still don't understand the physics behind that. That was amazing. Two, I got to give a lot of credit. I'm loving the fact that Matt and Nick don't mind losing all the time and pushing over other people because they could be booking this like WCW from like back in the day, but they're like, no, we will lose. We will gladly lose because we know we're solidified, but we need to get over all this other talent. So I'm like, kudos to them. And then Yoki, I agree with Nice. Like again, like like I said last week, Private Party has like all this potential to me, but they're just not using them right. And like having Matt Hardy as their manager, I'm like, yeah, this shit don't really work. I was just looking it up right now. Like, low-key, I think the better fit would be like they go on a losing streak and keep losing, and then JTG from Crime Time like shows up, and I was like, yo, y'all look like some bitches. Y'all need to get back to the streets. They're like, what? Come with me. And then he takes them under his wing, and then we get the real Private Party. Then we get the party started, and then we kind of build off and go from there. I feel like there's a lot of stuff they could be doing, but again, it goes back to like we talked about last week. Like, I don't think they understand what they should be doing with this team. Matt Hardy is not the person. They're not the new Hardys. Again, capitalize on the gimmick they're already starting to build and make that to their own thing. But yeah, but other than that though, like this was a great 4-on-4. Again, I totally agree. AEW has the best tag team division.
Hunter's got two pretty good points here. I'm not really digging the whole buddy thing either, but I think it's more of a respect kind of thing that's going on where like, look at these crazy moves I can do and look at how hard I hit. It's like, oh, okay, great. I get it. I see it up close. But yeah, there was a little buddy in it, but I mean, I guess they're trying to win the match. So, and maybe they're just trying to one up each other is what
and that's what it is. That's because you don't want to come out. I get it. It's really what it is. It's really WWE type booking, right? It's okay. We know we want to have these people feud at a big event, but we have to hold off and we have to add the pages in the book, right? We have to write the chapters. And so you have to, instead of just going them facing out right away, you have to build the equity in the story. And that's what they're doing right now. They're building the equity in the story. So, it's making us wait, which I'm okay with because I feel like that needs a crowd. And just like they're making us wait with Sasha and Bayley. It's funny. WWE has the best women's division and AEW has the best tag division. And I just feel like why can't both of them get the others right? Because it's not like they don't.
It's weird, right?
Right.
Like, and just another thing, like you talk about the women's division, we had Nyla Rose come out and say, I need a manager and I have one, but I'm not going to tell you who it is. What are we
I
doing?
don't get that. Like, low-key, I didn't like that part when that happened because, like, one, they already said she has the best record in the women's division, but she's like, I need a manager to get the championship. It was like, but you already had the championship. And if you're going by this record thing, shouldn't you just automatically be the number one contender and get the fucking match anyway? So what the fuck is the point of this? This shit doesn't make any sense. Yeah, oh, God. Needs that I'm talking. Oh, gosh damn. Sasha. Oh,
the MVP wanted to talk. What am I supposed to do?
Spaghetti? All right. Okay, yeah, sorry, yeah.
Toast.
So this is the thing. Like, I didn't like that part at all. Like, it didn't make any sense to me because, again, it goes back to what we've been talking about for a long time. The records don't mean shit. Like, if she has the best record, she should automatically be the number one contender, and it should be automatically booked. The fact she says, I need a manager, is like, what the fuck for? And you're already winning. You're already dominant. I can see if you do need a manager if you were losing or you're somebody who's on the bottom of the division, but you're doing fine. So it just, like, it was a weird thing. And I'm low-key interested in who they're going to bring in next week. Like, my prediction is Vicky Guerrero. What'd you say?
Oh,
I said Jazz. But, yeah, Vicky Guerrero, yeah.
interesting.
I hope
there was also a cool segment with Nisa's favorite wrestler this week, too. Female favorite wrestler on AEW.
Big
Swole.
Banks is not on AEW.
Big Swole. Big Swole.
It's not on. Do not ever disgrace the Boston Blueprint, the Standard, the GOATs, the draw. Not on there, okay?
I will.
That she is Sasha 3 shows.
This is true.
Very true. I will also say Hunter mentions that Omega and Paige make Private Party look pretty good. I agree. That opening tag team title match was a lot of fun. Crazy idea time from Matthew. What if the Young Bucks turn heel on FTR instead of what everyone thinks is going to happen?
That's what I think is going to happen.
That would be interesting. I would be fine with that.
I don't know. I'm a little bit I like FTR because I love them as heels. Like I think especially when they're NXT, they have a really great heel run, and they just do so many small things as heel that are amazing. I don't know how they look as faces, so that's the reason why I'm hesitant because I know they're amazing as heels, but at the same time though, like I agree, it'd be interesting. I'm just not sure how well FTR would do as faces, but yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like a guy named Bruce Pitcher said, describing the downfalls of a man they called Diesel, Kevin Nash. They said when they turned him babyface, he wasn't Diesel, he was Kevin Nash, and that's what fucked him up. Nobody wanted Kevin Nash; they wanted Diesel. The greatest baby faces that were in the business were all really just heels. Stone Cold was a heel. He legitimately drove out a beer truck and sprayed people with beer. He didn't get attacked. He just drove out a beer truck and sprayed people with beer. He was a heel. The man Terry Bollea, he was a heel, not only in real life, but in the ring as well. All his move sets were back scrapes, it was all heelish moves. He was a legitly heel. And so the reason why people mess up when they turn bad guys into good guys, they try to have them be something that did not get them over. The reason why they got them over, The Rock was the biggest heel. The Rock, all he did was talk shit about people, cut people off, fight people, slap them. Like he was just a bully, and people was cheering the bully. It was like, yeah, man, you're a good guy. You're a good bully. We like you. Yeah. And he kept being a bully, and that was it. So it's rather it's FTR or the Young Bucks, have them be exactly who they are. Just have their reasonings be different, and that's all you have. That's it. People are gonna still cheer them. People are gonna still do whatever. Like have that, and you can have FTR as the bad guys, quote unquote, but have them drive up in a truck for no reason and do their thing. That's what they're already heels to me for driving up in a truck. They were heels off the gate. It's like why?
Hunter just gave us a list too, because Cena, Flair, Rock, Austin, Eddie, Randy, Orton, all guys who are pretty much heels, except for Randy though, because Randy gets weird because whenever he's face, he stops doing some of the heel stuff and he goes a lot of come on.
But that's why people hate him.
Come on, yeah, exactly. It's to your point. Keep doing all the heel shit, and you'll be fine.
Because even when Randy is a heel, he'll turn to the crowd and still do the but it's more so like I'm the shit. You see this? You see this? Look at me. Yeah.
He just kept doing as a face and it'll be fine.
Here you go, Pingo.
There it is. Shit's amazing. You know what isn't amazing? New Japan Pros.
Damn.
We should all just watch Noah instead. Honestly. Anyway, so another.
Fuck. My shit's amazing. The New Japan Pro Wrestling is worse than the Police.
Oh, geez, I didn't see it change. Oh my God.
Damn. They're going into the chat.
Worse than the Police.
Shit. Damn.
Wow. I thought I was mad.
Hashtag defund New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Defund New Japan.
New Japan. New Japan.
Oh my God. Yes. Speaking of fuck New Japan, you legally cannot be a face when your name is Dax Harwood or Cash Wheeler. That's true. I agree.
They did not think those names through long enough. They were Russian.
No, they're like, there they are. Here we go. Mm-hmm. There was a segment where Taz said he had a big announcement. Taz and Brian Cage come out, and Taz gives a big speech about how that night Brian Cage was supposed to fight Jon Moxley and become a champion, but due to Moxley sitting at home with I don't know if he He's married to Renee Young, who had the coronavirus. He probably also had it. So he didn't come to work, rightfully so. Wear a mask, people, for the love of God.
Mm-hmm.
And Taz then said, Brian Cage, you should have won a title tonight. So I'm going to present you with a title that few people have had and no company has ever actually said is a real title. And that is the FTW Championship. And I don't. The background behind the FTW Championship is Taz created it. He owns the copyright to it and the title design. He created it because when Shane Douglas was injured in ECW, he couldn't challenge for the title. So he said, "Fuck it, I'm the baddest motherfucker in this place. I'm going to create my own title and I'm going to defend this title." And that was the FTW. Taz made a big announcement that he still cannot pronounce the letter W properly. How dare you?
Damn, Hunter. Damn.
That's cold. So brings out the FTW Championship and presents it to Brian Cage, who is now the FTW World Heavyweight Championship. Very strange to see a title used in the original ECW on AEW. What do we think of this as a storyline going forward? Taz also seemed to be very passionate. Almost seemed like he was about to cry when he was talking about the FTW Championship. What do we think about this? Oh, wow.
I'll go first. I'm low-key kind of cool with it because, like, here's the thing. I always support independent people and everything like that. I think it's like fun because, like, that has performed this gimmick and bring like a reference to the past and everything like that. It's dope that Taz owns the copyrights to it. Taz owns the belts and like all these different things. So if AEW starts to start making replicas or doing all this stuff and putting on shirts or whatever, Taz is going to get a nice source of income. So that's dope as hell. And then again, he's being emotional because it references like one of like his best times in his career back when he was in ECW and he was a shit into running things and everything like that before he came to WWE and like things kind of went sideways, so he started doing commentating and whatnot. So honestly, like I'm like low key for it, and honestly, it was a great way to kind of like fill time and stall until we can have the match later on. So you can run some angles with this until like Dean is ready to come back and like they have this match or whatever. So I think it was a smart play, and it like kind of works out really well in Taz's favor. Neeson doesn't like. Go ahead,
Neeson does not agree.
Does not.
It was a dumb move. It was a dumb move after another dumb move that they did with having Brian Cage come out and going directly for Mox. Because now you're saying, oh, yeah, you're not going to win the world title, but you're going to have this title. And it just points at, like, we know he's going to lose. And so why even do that? Why now sacrifice you're already in a shortage of big guys anyway. Like, you haven't built Jurassic Man. What's his name? Dino Lord, Jurassic Man.
Dino Lord. Gosh, damn. I think it's Denver. I think his name is Denver.
Yeah. Okay. Betty. No. Look, you haven't built Barney. You haven't built Warlow's coming along.
Warlow's good.
After that,
Lance Archer is just kind of floating.
He lost. Like, so if you can't even beat your mid-card guy, like, now what? Like, so that's the thing. So now you give the big guy the big reveal. He wins the chip. He wins the poker chip, cashes it in, and now you give him a fake title, and he's gonna lose. Oh, the Funkasaurus, that's his name. And now he's gonna lose. Like,
God damn.
Come on, man. Like. And so I just didn't. And then what is this title now going to be defended, or is this going to be like the internet title?
No, it is defended. It's being defended on Dark this week.
All right.
Right, but is it going to be legitly defended, or is it just like him having a match? And
I think
having a match.
I think it's supposed to be in the same context as the $1 Million Championship.
Got it.
I mean, that's what it's been compared to. I think I'm in the middle here. I kind of don't like the timing of it, but I think the introduction of it is pretty cool. I think if maybe they just said, Mox, we know you're good, just sit at home. And if this had gone on for like over a month, maybe 2 months, and then Taz and Brian Cage are just pissed. It's like, our world champion isn't here. He's ducking us. Fuck it. Here's the real championship.
Right.
And when Mox wants to come back, he has to challenge us for this championship if he thinks he's badass. I think the timing is bad. The idea is good. They just should have waited a little longer.
I agree.
Now it just feels like we're stuffing a bunch of stuff into a small box.
I agree. I agree with you. If it went on for like a little bit longer, it probably would have been better. And then, Niece, quick question. What if he wins, though? What if he does beat Mox?
So you're telling me.
I'm just saying, what if? Just what if?
You're telling me because this, for you to say that, you have to think that, okay, we're going to put Brian Cage on a media tour because people actually know who this guy is. And so, no.
I mean, Johnny, do you think a company in its right mind would have somebody who just get pushed to the moon and win 2 titles at once? That's madness. What company would do that?
Low key. Well done. Well done indeed. Yeah, damn, good point.
What is this? Look at this Nia Jax fucking cosplay bullshit that Evil has on.
Damn.
You fucking turncoat piece of shit.
Damn.
There I am again. That was actually Hiromu after the main event last night, and it was kind of insane. He was just in the ring screaming hysterically because his friend had turned on LIJ, and then he got up and ran away. Hiromu's the best.
Hey,
all right, so I don't think he'll win.
Everybody else thinks as crazy as you. Look at this. You see this?
Oh, damn. What's up, Aubrey? How you doing? But here's the thing, though. Like, again, I don't think he'll win low-key because I'm just like, it's kind of like, why? This hasn't been earned yet. But if he does win, we're going to have an interesting conversation next Sunday. It's just going to be really hilarious.
Who the fuck wrote that? You don't tell me to calm shit. Okay?
This now represents inner Pingo's head.
You don't tell me a goddamn thing.
Oh my!
New Japan Pro Wrestling is worthless.
Damn!
I agree. We can all watch Noah and 0-1 when it comes back, and DDT and Dragon Gate and all those other great Japanese promotions that put champions in the place. And it's great, and everyone has a good time. Where are we in this? FTW. Main event time, guys. Orange Cassidy versus Chris Jericho. This match, I think, Audrey. That's a great still. That's how we started the match off, which was amazing. I think this match took what we saw in the match against Pac and turned it up to another degree. And it made Orange Cassidy more of a household name, I think, than it did before. And yes, that is because he went up against Jericho. Yes, it was in the main event. Did he win? No. But a lot of us know about how Orange Cassidy can go, how he can go in the ring. And I think maybe we will see the evolution of this character where he's lax on the outside of the ring and he plays the head games inside the ring a little bit, but we get more of, I guess, traditional matches out of him. I thoroughly enjoyed when Excalibur called the long con on his little kicks, and then he hit Jericho with the real super kick. That shit was great. Orange Cassidy is a star. Jericho says this is did he say this was his best match ever? I don't think you can really, no one, I don't think should ever say that. I think that's for us to decide, maybe. I mean, it could be his personal favorite match of all time.
All his matches are his best matches ever. All his matches matter.
There you go.
All matches matter. All matches matter.
But what did you guys think of this main event? Obviously, Orange Cassidy coming out on the losing side here, but he looked real good. And yeah, and I thought Jericho looked pretty good as well too. What did you guys think?
I really love this match like from the get go. Like one, I love the build to it about how like Orange Cassidy began like more and more like serious and like leading up to this and whatnot. So I love the fact when he comes out, he like takes off the jacket, takes off the shirt, takes off the glass from the get go, gives them to his best friends. Like, all right, boys, go to the back. I gotta do this on my own. It's like, oh shit, Orange is serious right now. And we're like, the juice is about to go. And so then the juice gets in the ring. He's going with Jericho. Like, I thought it was a great match. And really, the whole purpose of this match, I felt, was to kind of get the juice over. Because the thing about it is, though, is that he's been trending like on TikTok and being put a lot of memes and stuff like that, especially from his match with Pac. So people are starting to know who this guy is. He's starting to be like one of the faces of like AEW. So it was a great match to help get him over even more. And to like John's point, that was one of my favorite things when he does like the slow con with the like, oh, and then he does the super kick. It was like, yes. This is a whole like long point storytelling of this. So it was like dope. It was like the juice was like just murdering it tonight, that night. So again, it was just like dope to see. So all in all, I love the match. I love the outcome of it as well, because again, the juice doesn't need to win right here. The juice can win later on. The thing about it is, though, is that he can win like at a later point, like in a mid card, go for a mid card belt or whatever. But this kind of gets everyone's eyes on him. It gets him more exposure. And also at the end of the match, though, like he went toe to toe with Jericho. He took his first finisher, and then he had to do like cheated, and then he still couldn't get the win. And then he hits the Judas effect, and then gets the 1, 2, 3. So it again shows how tough Orange Cassidy is. It reminds me back when like Edge feuded with like Mick Foley in like those hardcore matches, whatever. It like helps show Edge as a more hardcore star. Or kind of like when Mick Foley would feud anybody to come out like with a better reputation. I felt the same way over here about like Orange Cassidy. It just shows how tough he is, and just helps put him over even more. And it's exactly what it is. So like all in all, the juice was murdering. Props to the juice. The juice was murdering that night. Juice.
Neeson?
Yeah, man. I basically I'm gonna end up repeating what you two said. Orange Cassidy, we all know he can go. It's great to have him on the main event show. He definitely deserves some type of title, but he's definitely a main player in the AEW if they use him right. Like we spoke before, my dad seen him on the commercial, seen him clip, was like, who is this guy? He's that person that you could put out that has this aura about him. That has this, what is this guy that attracts a different audience? So it's so, and I mean, you can just think of like, it's so much they have, there's no pun intended, so much they could squeeze out of him.
Juice.
That it's good, man. I'm happy that he's finally getting a shine, and it was a good move. It was a good match for Chris Jericho. And this is how you want to use Chris Jericho, is building all of the young guys. Once again, he did that when he had the title, and now he's doing it without the title. So that is a smart way to use this guy, and to keep him relevant with his rock star self.
You know what Orange like Loki kind of reminds me of? Is like talking about the aura he has around him. He's like this like unexpected superstar is blowing up. Again, to make a comic reference, it kind of reminds me of like, you know, like a Harley Quinn or like a Spider-Gwen type deal. Mm-hmm. It's a character that comes out that you're looking like, oh, that's cool. But then he starts getting mainstream attraction. People just like to look at it and whatnot. And then it just kind of blows up and catches fire. And that's how Orange is. Because like Orange has a great look about him. His merch is fucking awesome. That t-shirt and whatnot can easily be worn. Like real talk. You take that image he's put on that shirt, shrink it down, and put Supreme at the top, or put an AEW top and the Supreme fucking logo. The shit sells itself. Or just put Orange. Like it's just like fucking money. And so the thing about it is, though, is that the dude has all the things going for him right now. And it's just like, again, props to him because they're booking him right. If you just keep booking this kid right, this is going to be like another one of your future stars. And they're like, damn, I just got to give so much respect for AEW because like they know how to book their future between him, Darby Allin, and who else am I missing right now? The Spanish God. The Spanish God and Jungle Boy. They know how to book future talent. Spanish God be fucking up though. Spanish God fucked himself up right there.
I was gonna say
he fucked up right there. AEW ain't do shit wrong. He fucked up. But again, they know how to book young talent. So like I got to give them a lot of credit. They take care of the young guys.
Does anybody watch The Magicians? Anybody watch?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We need to find the doorway to the Spanish God, and okay, saying what he said about Sasha.
These is over here doing spells and jutsus at the same time.
Whoa, that was. Are we back? Am I back?
Yeah, you were frozen, but I'm sorry. I was doing a spell. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It worked.
Yeah.
I'm back.
I've been watching too much. I had to rewatch it lately, and I was trying to get my, do my cloaking spells and stuff.
Well done.
It worked though, and I'm back. So, do we want to move on to? Oh, no, go ahead.
I was going to say there's 2 comments to check out real quick, but yeah, go ahead, John.
No, go ahead.
One of them was by Aubrey saying Orange Cassidy and Pineapple Pete as a tag team. I'm like, that's just fucking genius. That's just fucking genius. Fresh fruit coming at you, son. Like, oh my God. I'm totally down for that. That shit sounds amazing. I'm buying all the gear, healthy lifestyle and living and whatnot. Oh my gosh, that shit'll be fucking awesome.
Fresh fruit with that.
And then shout out to Shit's Amazing, who gave a really dope comment that's really a reference to like what's going on right now.
Bring it up.
Arrest the cops that killed Breonna Taylor. Good job. Respect. Exactly right.
I mean, we could fucking hope.
Gotta make that shit happen.
I'll pass the bar and arrest them myself. How about that?
That's what I'm talking about.
Take a while, but shit, I'm not that smart. I'm not a good test taker. Anyway. Let's move on, guys. We got a new belt design we need to talk about here. The United States Championship. There it is.
Dipset.
Revealed by MVP on Monday Night Raw. What do we think of this belt design? Because I feel like when belt designs come out, I usually have the reaction of, ugh. What is this? This one, I didn't have that reaction. I think my reaction was, that's a fine looking belt. And that was all I thought.
It's a fine wrestler.
One for me, shout out to producer Junior, who as soon as we saw it pointed out, it looks like the Dipset emblem, which had me cracking up.
Dip.
And he tried to
Mom, what's up?
That was for me.
Oh boy. But yeah, I actually low-key like the belt. When I saw it, I was like, that shit actually looks legit. Like, I can't hate on it. I was like, fuck, that shit actually looks like badass. Compared to all the belts we've been getting recently, which have just like disappointment after disappointment after disappointment. When I saw that, I was like, that shit's legit. That's a fucking nice belt right there. So props to him, it looks good.
Yeah, so actually when I did see it, the first thing I thought about was like, this looks like a early 2000s rapper chain. And then when I did see the meme, the Dipset meme, I was like, oh, exactly. That's what it looks like. Because we've seen that, like, I think this picture is a better picture, but we've seen this, and I was just like, this just looks a little gaudy for me. It looks a little too gaudy. I think the champion's a little too big, but I don't have a problem with it. I didn't have a problem with the last design as well.
The Continental one or the
with the US. I didn't think it was like the belt I didn't really need change. Like I was mad that they changed the Intercontinental title. I was like, why do this? Why?
Like to this day I still miss the Intercontinental Championship.
Yeah, like the best, it had me thinking about the best titles in a company, and to me it's the North American Championship. Like the North American Championship,
great looking title.
The greatest title they have looking right now. But apparently the guy that made this, or the guy that tweeted in December that this belt was made, he actually took a picture with it, and I guess nobody believed him. And now it's this belt. He actually tweeted that the NXT title is getting a new title as well. A new design. It's supposed to be a bigger design. I'm like, how much bigger do you want to go with that damn NXT title?
Why?
It
looks fine as is.
Yeah.
But I thought like maybe they'll do something dope, like how could be a personalized belt or something like that. Maybe Karrion Kross is getting the title, like get the title or something, and maybe it's like his personal like time title or something. Like
championship.
Yeah, like that'll make it special. Like, Edge had one. I mean, Cena had one for 9 years. All these other
Rock had one,
but never debuted on TV.
Right.
Stone Cold had one.
Yeah, Austin had one. Somebody else had one that was like real quick as well.
Oh yeah, Jinder had one.
Jinder had one?
No, Jinder like that.
I would remember if the greatest heavyweight champion of our time had his own custom belt.
and plus,
that was a terrible summer. Sorry, you need to keep going.
No, it's fine. Plus, but the
Edge had one. Thank you.
Have one is the match to my tuxedo mask. Sailor Moon. Sasha Banks, ladies and gentlemen. Sasha Banks gains her own personal title when she becomes Sasha 2 belts, and she runs Sasha 3 shows, and her and Bayley play the 2-woman power trip that really is supposed to be played, that Austin and Triple H is supposed to have, and it'll be the 2-woman power trip across the 3 brands, and I can't wait till that happens, and that's why I'm wearing my Tuxedo Mask shirt right now, because she loves Sailor Moon. And she is my Sailor Moon tuxedo man.
She's the one called
Sailor. Well done. I like how me and Jabbo paused for a minute. They were like, wait, what? But it all makes sense now.
I will say, I feel like that's Producer Junior up top. Imagine blue behind the stars. I agree. I think that's the only thing that could be. I think somebody change that up. The blue with the stars up top, I think would really bring it together, and
that'd be dope.
Yeah,
I was gonna say, I gotta be real though, because we were talking about the NXT championship changing, and it's always weird to me because out of all the belts, I've always liked the NXT championship, so it always like trips me out why they're changing the belts. It always looks fine to me. Like I never see a reason to change it. So it's weird how they changed it up. I'm like, what is like almost every 4 years to make it a new belt form or something?
I'm really glad they changed it from the original NXT, which was like,
you don't like the fat strap with the X?
No,
I like that. I like that shit. X coming at you, son.
Hated that.
I liked it when Biggie had it. Biggie used to wear it, come out doing a 5.
Oh, the 5. That song was great too. Yeah. Oh my god.
That just doesn't get played ever again.
Oh my god. What a great song. Anyway. So we're kind of like, all right, belt. Sasha needs to win the Raw title.
You know what'd be dope? So they win the Raw title, and then she wins the Raw title, and then they got the power trip on each show. They got 2 women coming for them every week, pretty much. So I don't know who would be like on the other brands, but like for Monday night, it would be dope to see Asuka and Bianca Belair team up to go after them, and we give Bianca something to do.
She was the main event.
It doesn't seem like Kyrie's going anywhere.
Yeah,
she was out this Monday, which is kind of surprising. So I'm like,
she was out. Just waiting. She has a match on Monday.
I know, yeah, with the food and everything. She's about to call the Dragon Zord and shit.
Hell yeah, that'd be great. All right, guys, we have one last topic, and
I'm excited.
This is so. It's not called Extreme Rules anymore. It's called The Horror Show at Extreme Rules because sure, why not? We're in a pandemic. Let's try new stuff. So we are going to have a match between Rey Mysterio Jr. and Seth Rollins, and it is being dubbed Eye for an Eye match. And the only way you can win this match is to literally remove your opponent's eye from their head. And the rumor going around right now is we're going to get a CGI eye in the finish of this match. What do you guys, I feel like Neeson is the most excited to talk about this insanity, so I will let him have the floor.
Again, I don't work for the show, but you guys should watch the show because it involved a fairy eye. And ladies and gentlemen, look, an eye for, I'm talking about the magician's show, it had a fairy eye. It involved a fairy eye, but an eye for an eye and a CGI eye. This is the time where you take risks. We talk about it. And I recently saw this morning, randomly, of course, the boiler match between Undertaker and Mankind. And now imagine if we were able to do a cinematic boiler match between Undertaker and Mankind in 2020. That would have been the most probably gruesome, crazy horror film shot. That would have been exactly what Last Ride was, but compared to back then, like, it just would have been amazing. Like, that's exactly what Vince has been trying to do. He's been trying to make quote unquote movies ever since. And I think with this CGI eye for an eye stabbing, that's this core, this high hanging out, and it's gonna be like swinging back and forth, and it'll be like don't touch me, my eye is hanging out. Like, I think it's gonna be great, man. I can't wait. This is what I've been wanting out of wrestling. Take more risks, so either we can shit on it the next day or we could campaign it, but don't play it safe. Give me the greens. They threw people off a building on Money in the Bank. And then I was just mad that they came back on Monday. It was like, it was actually like a 6-foot thing. No, they should have been dead and been resurrected by the Undertaker, and that's how it should be. We should stay in the context of storytelling. That's what we're doing. We're telling stories. So give me eyes ripped out. I want to see blood. I want to see splatter. I want to see it coming through. I want to see Damien crying like, oh, my daddy's I want to see it all. And you better do it with a fork. I don't want to do it either with a fork or with your fingernail. It better not be. I want to see some old Bloomhouse horror stuff. Just some, yeah. And so every time you go to rub your eyes, you be like, oh, I want 9-year-old kids to start crying. They're like, I don't want to rub my eyes because my eye may fall out. I don't want to do that. That's what I want. It's called a horror show. Give me horror. Give me Tales of the Crypts when I was a kid. Give me Goosebumps when I was a kid. Give me Are You Afraid of the Dark when I was a kid. I'm excited about it. I can't wait. It's Sunday. Yes, 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 mother, yes.
Johnny?
I gotta be real. Like, here's the thing. I agree with everything Deez is saying. Let's be real. I've enjoyed every single one of these cinematic matches we've had in this era. Every time the shit's gotten more crazy, more hilarious. Fucking Undertaker had fucking ninjas. Then we had actual ninjas with fucking with what was Viking? What was Street Viking?
Viking Raiders Street Profit.
Which is fucking amazing. And then we had a fucking like sea monster, or a trash monster from Star Wars. So honestly, I can't really hate on this shit. I'm down to see it. The only thing I gotta say is Rey Mysterio right now only has one eye. But I need Rey Mysterio to lose and then wrestle blind for the rest of the year. Where like both things on this match are blacked out, and he's wrestling blind like Daredevil or Tall from Avatar: Last Airbender. And he starts explaining that shit. Where he's like, I sense the vibrations in the ring. That's where I know where to strike. And then Damien's on the outside yelling directions into him like, 619, Dad, 619. And that tells him everything he needs to do in the ring from now on. So I gotta be real. I'm kind of down for it too. Fuck it, let's just see what happens. We're in COVID. We stuck inside. Oh, God, wait. Oh, shit, I smell toast again. Oh, gosh. What was I talking about? Oh, God.
Oh, my God. Okay, so.
You're talking about greatness, so greatness came on the screen. That's what happened. You talk about greatness. Greatness comes on the screen. It just happens. It happens.
Exactly. So, fuck it. We just got to take risks. We just got to do shit to see what happens. We got to take the ball and run with it. Let's go.
I agree with both of you. I was kind of like, why are we doing a graveyard match? This sounds dumb. And it was awesome. I really enjoyed it. And the same thing with the Cena. I mean, you talk about chances. Cena, Bray Wyatt.
Yes.
That was like the biggest chance of them all. And it was like the craziest, coolest thing ever. Mm-hmm. So I think with these, and even with the match that I didn't like, the Money in the Bank one, I was still very like going into it. I was like, okay, yeah, let's see what they do here. So as insane as this sounds, and the rumors of the CGI at the end of the match going around, I'm interested. I do think it is weird that we're doing a horror show in July when, we could just easily do this in October, but we're in quarantine, got to come up with some new stuff. on the fly here. And yeah. Oh, yeah. And we're getting Bray Wyatt and Braun in a horror show, too. So.
All right, cool.
Got a phone notification.
Are we wrapping up that we're doing?
Yeah, we are indeed wrapping up here.
Oh, Lord. Oh.
There's Sasha. All of our handles. There's Tegan. Oh, Tegan gets a title shot this week. You know what we didn't talk about? That Io Shirai Tegan promo. I thought it was very cool, especially the Io parts when she was like basically like an alligator underwater. I thought that was real cool.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever had so many emotions talking about one person? You know, like you're happy for them, but then like you're crushed. But then it's like you're crushed, but it's nothing you can do about being crushed because it's nothing that you could have done in the first place because it's nothing that you could have do because it's just not in the cards for you.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I felt about Tegan this week. But at the same time, it's still Tegan. It's still Sasha. It's still Kayla Braxton.
Io.
It's still Io. It's still Io.
And it's not evil. That's for fuck sure.
And it is not evil.
Ugh. What a great picture. What a great picture. All right, guys. So all of our social media handles are chilling right at the bottom of the screen over there. You can check us out at all of those people. Yes, July 2020 is a horror show, and we're not even halfway through it. You guys have anything else you would like to plug besides our individual Twitter handles and all of our social, which is right there?
Comic-Con from Home is coming up. So
Yeah.
if you get a chance, keep an eye out for it. It's coming up in a couple of weeks or whatever. Artists who and I had to set up like their final pages like this last Friday. Mine's all set up. All my books are there and whatnot. And so just keep an eye out for it. As you know, pretty much cons are going to be canceled for a long time. And there's a lot of artists who like count on this like income of being able to sell their prints and their books to you and whatnot. And a lot of people are still creating content. So if you can, please go check out Comic-Con from Home. Please try to support your artists or whatnot who are independent who are doing things. And honestly, they got a bunch of dope panels planned because the dope thing is because we're doing Zoom, some of the best panels in Comic-Con's history are going to be happening during that weekend because things that usually just can't happen because I'm on this side of the country. I'm on this side of the world. It's like, fuck it. I got to push a button for my crib. So there's going to be a lot of cool things happening. So make sure you tune in and check it out.
Yeah, man. Once again, follow Intercession on Instagram. If you guys have any artists, any type of artist, no matter what type of art you do or they do, and you think that'd be cool for them to be interviewed, please send them my way. I love going through people's stuff and, you know, seeing how creative we can be when it comes to shooting the show, because the show is definitely a labor of love. So follow Intercession, INASESSION on Instagram, or you can just follow me right here at Stay Fly Life, right there, where it says that. And tell me how much you support Tegan and her and all the love that she is going to continue to get from me. And of course, my Sailor Moon.
There you go. NOTLG.com. That's where all of my podcasts live. No Tornado Tag Radio this week. Just didn't work out. Not the cards. But you can find all of my other podcasts there. And where else? Oh, twitch.tv/that hashtag show. I pop up on there every now and then. And I actually have a green screen, which we were going to use today, but it was a little laggy. So I finally got that working. So we're going to be doing a lot of streaming over at the twitch.tv. And I think that's it for us this week. Facebook.com/THS Wrestling News, Instagram.com/THS.Wrestling, YouTube.com/that hashtag show TV. Just found that out. I can't even remember how I did, but I found it out. Anyway, but most importantly, guys, that hashtag show.com for everything trending in geek, pop, culture.
Bye.
See you guys next week.
Bye, Tegan.
Bye, Tegan.
Bye, Tegan. Bye. I'm just gonna tease